let's move on. Next, Ronnie says, when developing lead generation website, is it more effective to create one site for each location or build a larger national site with multiple location pages? A larger national site with multiple location pages. Because as you build authority to that site, it gets stronger and stronger, such that subsequent locations that you add will benefit instantly because they will inherit the authority from the root domain. Does that make sense? So I always recommend developing a brand and then building out scaling and adding locations to that brand. So scaling it outwards, because every time you start with a new website, you're starting from scratch. You have to build, establish the site, build authority to it, all that kind of stuff. So why would you want to start that process over and over and over again from scratch? I don't want to. I prefer to have a single brand, or, you know, create a brand and then add multiple locations to it and scale it out that way. Because again, if you're building links and you're building branded, you know, entity assets and you're all the stuff that we do in SEO, then you're going to start building authority to that brand. You get not only into the domain, not only do you, you know, talking about SEO authority, but also like authority in Google, period. Because now the brand is much more recognized, right? And so it makes it easier when you want to deploy new locations, because they tend to rank faster once, especially what's interesting is when you build enough authority to a branded domain, especially when you go to target like a less competitive area. And I've seen this occur multiple times throughout my career, where I built multi-location brands, et cetera. And then once you build enough authority to the brand and the domain, that when you go to add a new location, so it's expand and you add a new location, if it's a lower competition area, they'll rank almost instantly. And again, it's going to vary depending on keywords and all kinds of stuff. But I'm just saying I've seen it, because whereas if I had started with a new website in that lower competition area, it would still might take me 2-3 months to get ranked. Whereas because it is part of a brand that is already well established and has authority, that when I go to publish a page in lower competition areas, they will rank almost overnight. Does that make sense? So again, I would encourage you to spend more time building a brand and an asset that you expand and then trying to build a bunch of separate individual ones. That's my preferred method. Okay. Hopefully that's clear.